you think we are, a game studio? Like, what the fuck do you think this is? Like, no. Overwatch 2 is a money printer. You fucking knuckle dragging buffoons think we're a game studio. You think we make games? No, we make money.
Hey guys, today my friend and I decided to go into detail about why Overwatch 2 sucks major ass. So, I took it upon myself to go into MS Paint and drew up something like this. Each category will be ranked from 1 to 10 for Overwatch 1 and then for Overwatch 0.5. Enjoy. Well, welcome!
Blizzard just can't stop taking L's, dude.
That's true,
It's crazy.
It's nothing but L's.
Another huge Blizzard L was announced today, which you probably don't care about.
Well,
Guess
the Warcraft token?
Yep. They put it in fucking Wrath Classic. They put it in Classic Wrath of the Lich King, by the way.
Alright, well, we'll call this a Overwatch 2 post-mortem. We're going to do a whodunit, and we're going to go through a bunch of wonderful categories and do a 1 out of 10 scale, add up the scores, and figure out who done it better, Overwatch or Overwatch 2.
And then at the end, we're going to have a surprise mystery segment of which one is filling Bobby Kotick's pockets more. Spoiler alert, it's not the first one.
Alright, folk, we're going to be starting the first category here. Graphics. Overwatch 1. Overwatch 1.
Overwatch 2 graphically is better. It's like an 8. Like, for the time, it was great, but it kind of aged after a little while. I mean, it still looks good. Like, it would still pass pretty well today if you released Overwatch with the current graphics. I think it's good. They're not outstanding, like, you know, like Titanfall 2 when it released. But
I'd give it a 7.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'd probably give it like an 8, just because stylized, it's really good.
Oh, beautiful style, definitely. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll change it. All right, Overwatch 2, graphically. What are we looking at here?
Overwatch 2 graphically, I mean, it's not that much different than Overwatch 1. I mean, it's the same engine.
I'd say
so
it's slightly better, like some lighting's better, but nothing is too crazy. Like it's not like a mind-boggling upgrade with like ray tracing and shit. So I'd probably give it an 8. Again,
it's pretty passable.
I would say
it's not crazy, but it's passable. Honestly, hot take, I think Overwatch 2 as a whole has been more balanced than Overwatch 1 was.
I think that is a spicy take, but I'm gonna have to agree with you. Overwatch 1's lifespan, the balance
over
was...
the entire lifespan, the entire last 3 years of the game was the exact same meta. Like, if that gives you any perspective, it was like you would just play double shield bunker comp into another double shield bunker comp. Like, that's all it was.
So I'm thinking of 4?
A fucking 3. Like, the Overwatch 1's balance was pretty bad.
We'll do 3
most of the time.
Yeah.
As a whole, pretty bad. Some parts were really good, and then they got fucked up.
Yeah, like some parts of
Like
dive.
the period of right before they released Brigitte wasn't that bad.
And then Goats
and
came out.
After that, yeah, I was gonna say after that, the game was really bad for like a year.
I think you're right. Right before Brig came out, I felt like the game was in a really good spot.
I don't think releasing an entire character to counter one single team comp is a very good idea.
Yeah, they were like, dive is too oppressive. Let's bring out a character that's literally anti-dive everything.
Let's bring out a character that literally counters half the roster in the game and makes it unfun to play most of the characters except that character.
Overwatch 2 balance.
And also does damage and heals herself and teammates at the same time. And stuns you. And has incredible movement and survive. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, Overwatch 1 balance isn't... It's not high in my graces.
Overwatch 2 balance. What are we thinking?
Overwatch 2 balance is like... It's not great. Because Roadhog was like hard broken for like a whole season.
And Sojourn.
Sojourn
was
like
unbelievable. 2. And Widow was fucking crazy.
I think most of the reason that she was super impressive was because they had a map pool for that season, and the map pool super favorable.
Long sights map pool.
It was literally just fucking Junkertown, like fucking Circuit Royale, like that type of shit. Like, and like all the maps were like that, and then it was like push maps, and all those super long sightlines, and then Winton was bad. So like. Winton was bad because Roadhog was good, so like you just couldn't play him. It was just a whole like mess of things that conglomerated in Widow just being extremely oppressive.
So what are we thinking? A 6?
Yeah, it's a 6. Like on the whole, like this season of Overwatch specifically, I feel like I haven't really played it that much, but I feel like it's balanced.
All right, next category: cosmetics.
You already know what I'm giving Overwatch 2. What criteria are we using to rate the cosmetics? The quality of them, or how we feel about them.
How you get them and how they look.
Dude, honestly, I felt like Overwatch 1's cosmetics looked fucking great, and they were all free. Like, it was great.
I would have to agree. I think as much as people, I don't think people remember, like, at the time when Overwatch 1 came out, loot boxes were, like, not really highly thought of.
Loot boxes were hated across the gaming industry, and they revolutionized them, and then people were like, Overwatch 1 loot box system isn't bad.
Yeah. I can't
And then
believe
Blizzard
now.
did the exact opposite with Battle Pass. They did the exact opposite. They were like, people were like, okay, Battle Passes are kind of just accepted. And then Blizzard was like, but what if we made it just really bad and predatory? And then people were like, we don't like that. Blizzard's like, well, you know, it's subsidizing the PvE. And so people were like, okay, let's buy it. And then Blizzard's like, well, I mean, you can't expect us to give you everything. You can't expect us to ship out like a full game after taking like 5 years to make it. I mean, what do you think we are, a game studio? Like, what the fuck do you think this is? Like, no, Overwatch 2's a money printer. You fucking knuckle dragging buffoons think we're a game studio. You think we make games? No, we make money. Like, what? Oh.
Okay. I will, I'll give cosmetics for Overwatch 1 a 9.
It was like a 9. Yeah. Don't even ask me what I want for Overwatch 2. It's
For Overwatch 2.
negative 17. That is my rating for Overwatch 2's cosmetic system.
Okay.
The cosmetics themselves, worse in my opinion, and you can't get them for free.
Am I the only one that's
I saw a
underwhelmed
post
by
the
the
other
mythic
day on
skins?
Reddit. I mean, the mythic skins are okay. I mean, it's a cool
Well, that's
end
what
of
I'm,
battle
that's what I'm
pass
saying.
thing.
They're okay.
It's a cool end of battle pass thing.
It
Like,
should
the
be
Genji
like,
one was really cool,
wow.
but it's like,
But I'm like,
I mean, you are kind of like, wow, but
I'm
some
using
of
all
them
the
I'm
other
like,
skins
really? There's
anyway.
not
Like, I
really.
just like, what's the? Like, I flex it
There's a
for a
lot of
game,
them,
and
yeah.
what else is there?
With a lot of them, I'm kind of like, yeah, I've used it, but then it's like other skins are cool too, and it's also like, it's like a thing of just making really insane skins in a first-person shooter. Like, at the end of the day, I can literally only see Sigma's right hand. Like, that's all I can see. Like, you can add all the customizables for all the other shit all you want, but at the end of the day, I can only see their hands. So unless you have fucking Sigma with an Infinity Gauntlet, like, I really don't care about skins at the end of the day. Like, I play on my alt account, and I'm like, oh, damn, I don't have any skins. Whatever. Like, I really don't care. It's not like Smite, where you're, like, looking at it the whole time, and it changes what the abilities look like.
It also changes the voice, like, completely.
Yeah, which the mythics, some of them, with the mythic Genji skin, it did change his voice.
It
His
changes
voice is
all
like
of
a
them
cyber-
like very slightly. So you're telling
like,
me
that are different.
you're telling me that Blizzard made the Genji skin a little bit
didn't.
more better in order to sell battle passes when the game came out?
Yeah, it's because that's actually the only thing they worked on for 4 years was actually the mythic Genji skin. That's why it was actually good.
All right, so I would get Overwatch 2 a 2.
Mm-mm.
We'll give it a...
Don't give it anything above 0. It doesn't deserve any rating. In
I'm
the cosmetic
overriding you on this
category.
one. A 2.
Dude, I paid $30 for a fucking Battle Pass bundle because I was like, it's good value, and I won't have to buy any more Battle Passes because I was like, oh, PvE is gonna come out, and we were lied to. I would like a refund, Blizzard. You're a bunch of lying son of a bitches.
All right.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Bobby Kotick. I'll see you in hell.
All right, progression.
Oh, progression for Overwatch. I mean, it wasn't much progression. Like, you just fucking gained levels. You literally just got big numbers.
You
That's
got
about it.
got levels. You got, as weird as this might sound, the actual stats in the career profile I felt were actually like a kind of progression.
Oh,
like,
dude. I didn't even think about that, and now I'm just fucking pissed.
yeah, they removed all the
because of
stats
my-
and shit.
Literally all of my progress for like 4 years fucking gone. I didn't even
Season
realize that. Now I'm
5,
just
like when I
mad
was
about it.
totally in
Just
it, I was
mad.
number 2 Reaper on Xbox and in the world. NA, as far
Just
as I
gone.
know. Just gone. Like, I
gone.
don't have that anymore.
Like my top 500 from Overwatch, and poof, it's just fucking thin air. It's just not here anymore.
Yeah, and it's just
Nope.
like, oh, that's wonderful. Not to mention
Yeah.
plat border, diamond border, gold border. Like,
I mean, that's in your career profile, but
yeah,
it's not in
yeah,
game.
but it doesn't mean anything. Like, I never see it, and if your career profile is like by default locked, like, I'm not gonna
Private.
fucking. There's literally nothing that shows like the dedication of a player. And
Yeah,
Blizzard's ideology behind that is like, oh, it was used to defame players. It's like that's been going on forever,
yeah,
forever. And you're gonna
yeah. No
just
shit.
use the same thing.
Gamers are toxic.
If I see
Look at that.
if I
Crazy.
see a Genji with the season 1 mythic skin and he's ass, I'm gonna be like, bitch, you've been playing since season 1 and you're fucking terrible. Like you could do it with
Exactly.
anything. Like I don't.
Gamers will use anything to beat each other over the head
That's
with.
part of the buy-in
It's
to
true.
playing games. Am I supposed to just play anything without like any drawback? Like I play games for a challenge, and if I'm playing a multiplayer game, there was always an understanding that an
Yeah.
N-word might be
There's
thrown around. It's like
Exactly. There's things that'll be said, and then there's people that are get their feelings hurt, and those people fucking suck at the game, and they need to get better. Yeah, it is what it is.
all right. So for progression on Overwatch 1, I'm gonna do a 5.
Yeah, progression for Overwatch, it's like,
Like
whatever. Like, literally,
it's
basically, the only
there.
thing you progressed was the rank system. You would
But
just
here's the
grind
thing
comp.
that even with that, I give it a 5 and not like a 4 or 3 because you got loot boxes from that, which I think with the loot boxes giving it to you every single level just gave people a reason to, grind and almost like a completionist thing. Like I was maxing out
That's what
all
I
of
did.
Reaper's stuff and I
I
actually
would
did
literally
it.
just be playing the game to just fucking get loot boxes.
For Overwatch
Bro.
2 though, what's the
It's a
progression like
different
there?
story. What progression? I don't know what that is. What progression?
We're
There's
gonna
none.
we're gonna put
There's no progression.
Do I even
in
put a
Overwatch 2.
1? Is there even
There's no progression.
Yeah, like do
Oh,
I
you get
count
your battle pass to level 80? Oh, in about 2 weeks that isn't gonna matter anymore. No one cares.
Yeah, do I care
Doesn't
about
fucking matter.
the battle pass really? I
Oh, you're
mean,
fucking Grandmaster? Oh, okay, cool. So is everybody else.
I'll put a 1
fucking
for the
matter.
battle pass, but is there anything else?
No. There's fucking nothing else. There's just comp.
And even
It's
though
shittier than it
it's the
was.
free battle pass, are we really going to talk about the tokens from the quest that you can get?
I don't know. Dude, I saw a post on Reddit like a week or two ago that was like, if you grinded Overwatch every single week and completed every single weekly challenge, you can now buy one legendary skin.
God,
About 7 months after the game came out.
God, by that point you'd have like 20 legendary skins in Overwatch 1, and it'd just be a way more rewarding experience. Another thing I want to point
Dude,
out
if
with
you actually played Overwatch, when you'd be getting like a legendary every day.
yeah,
It was so good.
another thing with progression, this might be weird to put it in progression, but I don't know. I felt like it added to like the progress of like your actual skill level. Gold medals at the end of games.
I don't even know. Like, it was a cool thing because it like actually tracked the medals
Yeah.
like out of the game, but at the end of the day, medals are.
For me, golden limbs. Like if I had that, I was like, dude,
I mean, it would be cool if
kicking.
it highlighted it like for each person, like that had the most of a
Well,
stat.
I think
on
the
this game, and,
scoreboard
like, the
is nice
scoreboard.
now. It's kind of retarded to remove player borders to reduce toxicity, yet you added a fucking scoreboard.
Yeah. So now everybody can see whose stats are what.
Yes, they can really
Which I
see
was a
who's
fan of when
flaming.
they announced the scoreboard.
I
'cause
was
now
too.
I can't sit there with my other retarded healer and then be like, I have gold healing, when I clearly have gold healing.
All right,
I was like, okay, scoreboard's gonna be dope.
we're gonna
And then they removed half of the features in the game.
we're gonna give Overwatch 2 a 1 on progression.
The 2 in Overwatch 2 stands for 2 out of 10 because that's what the game is.
Story.
That's funny. Oh, you mean like the one archives event that we got in like 7 years?
I'm gonna put
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a 2 for Overwatch 1 because I think the opening intro to the game actually had more story than Overwatch 2.
Yeah, they come out with like one cinematic a year. The
Yep.
game damn near has as much lore
And
as
for-
fucking League of
For
Legends.
Overwatch 2,
Like, it's
I
wild.
am putting a 0.
Yeah,
There
no
is
fucking story to
literally
it.
not even opening cutscene. They could have done a new opening cutscene.
That is true. There is no opening cutscene.
like I skipped it obviously after I saw it for the first 100 times, but every once in a while I would just watch it and it's just like you were
It was
chosen.
dope.
All right, well I saved the best for last here. How is ranked in Overwatch 1? How is ranked in Overwatch 1?
How is ranked in Overwatch 1?
Overwatch 1 Ranked was one of the most toxic, awful, and like just overall like made me hate being alive most of the time experiences And then like sometimes you would literally just play for like 6 hours, move absolutely no rank at all, and then you would just mindlessly re-queue back up. You would rage queue for like 4 hours at a time, and then you would get absolutely nowhere. Like I have 2,000 hours in Overwatch, and most I got was like 3,800 rank. That might just be bad, but like with giving all that into account, I give it like a 9 out of 10. It was a good time.
I I'm gonna give it an 8. I feel like because of how bad Overwatch 2's ranking system is, that we kind of forget
Just Overwatch 2 just is. Like,
we kind of forget
like-
the follies that were in Overwatch 1. And in
it
ranked
wasn't a bug, it was a feature.
was a feature. In ranked, especially with 2CP, it wasn't exactly the greatest time sometimes. So I'm gonna do it.
Dude, that is funny that literally Overwatch 2's ranking system and push mode are just so bad that it makes me look back fondly on 2CP and do this. That's actually an accomplishment. Like, bravo, Blizzard. I never thought that I would actually think that 2CP was a better mode than anything that they could come up with. But they did it. They finally did it.
All right.
They released push.
How has ranked
At least-
been in Overwatch 2?
Honestly, if you look at our stats, you would think that we'd ranked a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, we literally hit
Ranked is
Grandmaster.
fucking terrible. Ranked is fucking awful. Like, we literally got to the top 1% of the 1%, and that shit was so stupid. Like, I don't even feel like I fucking deserved it. I was ranking up for like 2 ranks every single time. It was hilarious. And then you have people like Brady. Like, me and you could go like 3 and 7 on a night, but those
Yep.
other 3 games would be like 3 that we needed to like rank or whatever, and
Yeah.
we'd go up like 3 ranks. And then Brady can literally go like 10-0 for 2 series and stay the exact same rank. It just makes absolutely
It
no
was
sense.
so convoluted and
And then
nonsensical.
we never had this problem, but so many other people had the problem of them just like, even after they took away the D ranking at the beginning of seasons, they would still just D rank like 3 ranks.
Oh,
When Overwatch 2 first came out, matchmaking was so bad. Matchmaking is still super fucking terrible.
yeah, I would say the
Like, we don't
matchmaker
really realize
alone
it
is
because we don't play the game, but matchmaker's so bad.
yeah.
It'll literally just put like a platinum and a fucking masters player on the same team, but the game excuses it because it's like a masters tank against another masters tank, but then it's like a fucking DPS support on your team,
Yeah,
and it's like, what the fuck?
I feel like it's so entangled. Like it was so much
Mhm.
better when you just had like, if you're a Masters
It's like
tank,
if-
you're gonna be on a Masters team.
It's like if you put a high school basketball player in the NBA, but you quote unquote balance it out by putting another high school basketball player on the opposite team. Like, it just makes no sense. It's like, why have it at all?
If I'm a GM,
I shouldn't be playing with silvers.
I should
shouldn't
not-
be playing with plats.
there should not be a support on the other side that's a silver, like
Yeah, you're just gonna
or
exploit
a
them
plat
all
or a
game, which
diamond.
is what happens.
That guy is getting toasted the whole game. and
getting
he's gonna be
roasted the whole
miserable.
time. Yeah, whole time.
Yeah, and I felt that a lot. Like you could tell that one of the healers on the other team was just not where he was supposed to be, and
Yep.
it was you just dunk on
You
him
would
the
just
whole
exploit them the entire time.
time.
Like, if you were a tank, it would be super obvious if one of the supports was just bad at the game, and you would just abuse them the whole game. Like, if there was an Ana on the other team, and you could tell that they were, like, plat or even, like, diamond, you would just play Winston and just jump on them the whole game, and they were powerless.
Yeah, and it's stuff like that that you just can't. You can't cross matchmake. I think that's just bad. I think they just need.
Can't cross the
I cannot believe I'm saying this, but they need to revert back to the Overwatch 1 system. And
Yeah, this is the thing Samito was talking about. They had to make a whole new engine. That's why they had to take away so many things.
is that why the aiming felt weird when the game
Yeah,
first
that's
came
why
out?
That's why people have said Overwatch 2 feels floaty. They changed the engine.
Yeah, it
That's
doesn't
why they
feel
had to
nearly
remove
as
the on-fire
precise.
System. That's why they had to rework the rank system. That's
Yeah,
why they
but
had
we were all down to
remove
do
on
that
fire and
because
shit,
they were going to
and it's like,
release a
dude,
campaign.
Yeah,
They were going to release like a big PvE, like Diablo style sort of
Yeah.
replayable hero
they were
mission
gonna
thing.
release like basically a Destiny 2 style game.
Mm-hmm.
We were robbed.
So
Instead,
ranked-
now we just have a battle pass.
Ranked in Overwatch 2, Even though we are literally like higher than we've
3.
ever been, I've
It's like
never
a
felt
3.
less like
Less proud of it.
accomplished.
Like I felt better about being like 3,800 in Overwatch 1 than I do actually being in Grandmaster.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give that a 3. I would say overall, Overwatch 1 is just a better Overwatch 2 in every single way.
Mhm.
Can we think of a single way that Overwatch 2 is better?
I mean, technically, if you want to get real wacky with it, you could say that Overwatch 2 has more people playing it.
Because it's free.
That's true.
Because Blizzard
That
knew
is
if
the
they
one-
charge people for this game, they would get
Oh my
sued.
God.
I can't say Overwatch 2 is like better graphics than Overwatch because it's like you got to compare them for the times, right? It's like, well, obviously Overwatch 2 looks a little bit more higher resolution.
Well, Overwatch 1, the fidelity, it's not so much the graphics weren't good, it's just
Yeah, it
that
was the fidelity,
resolution on
yeah.
some of the textures
Yep.
wasn't like the greatest.
And some of
but
the lighting.
So were a lot of things. Like it had like
But Overwatch just had style.
graphics in Overwatch.
It was so
like,
clean.
It was never a thing where I was like, oh, this sucks, you know?
No, it was always clean. It was always, you understood what you were looking at. It was easy
Yeah.
to understand. Who done it better? Overwatch 1.
Dude, when Jeff Kaplan jumped ship, I knew.